Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mammals and cats, dogs, chickens, ducks, and all of them. We're here.
The main is here. Here comes the raw terrorist gang. Name change, but the main's the same. Crazy like a terrorist brain. Can't complain. Nah, dude, I'm ahead of the game. If you ain't thinking I'm sick, here goes my therapist's name. Name a dude who's close to me. I show we celibate, man. Dude ain't fucking with me. I eat him like a cannibal, man. Rough. You talking money? That's a. All
right, here we are. I know y'all really sick and tired of hearing me all by myself for the last, 2 shows now. So I did something really, really, really special for y'all. If you listened last week, then you would know that I am not by myself. But before we get into all that, this week's interview, guest, whatever you want to call it, is coming to you by the way of the Suzuki Sidekick. You know you like it. You know you love it. Order you one off Craigslist today. Tell them your mom's favorite sent you. You might get a 2-for-1 on transmissions. But anyway, this week we have the biggest star on the Mic Check podcast show. Before I give you the proper introduction that he might need, this man, I don't know if he ever remembers this, but is the first ever, and not only first ever, but he's the only black Northwest Mississippi Community College B18 heavyweight wrestling champion of the world. Did you know you were the first?
I knew I was the first and the only.
No, you're not the only.
And the only.
Well, yeah, in the Northwest region, you were. Yes, you were.
Yeah,
the
in the Northwest region. Yeah.
Right. The company sprouted. Was it further north to the city of Byhalia, which you used to own? You used to own that at one time, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
That's what I thought. Mayor Reggie. That's now life lessons with Mayor Reggie. I like that. I think we're going to stick with that.
Someday I am going to run for mayor, and I'm going to win.
Where you running at? I'll move there.
I'm going to come and take over Byhalia, my man.
No.
I'm going to start there, and then it's the world.
Then come to Oxford. Be mayor of Oxford. I need to go.
Mayor of Oxford?
Yeah, I need to see if they've had any black mayors in Oxford.
How awesome would that be, my man? You got a black mayor with a bald head.
Don't all black men have bald heads?
Oh man, I got a bald head.
Well, let me stop you there. I'm glad you brought that up, because there was a topic I was going to talk about this week, and I figured who better to talk to it about than you? Because I'm about in the same boat as you. When I'm not lazy, I like to keep mine shaved down.
Yeah.
But there's an in particular set of people that I'm about sick of, and I think need help. We need to have an intervention for these people.
Hey, that's what we are here for, my friend. We are here to help the needy.
Now, the people I'm talking about, or you people that are walking around rocking the Hulk Hogan hairline.
Oh man!
Look, brother, Hogan don't even like the hairline.
No, he doesn't. That's why he wears a bandana on top
all day, every day.
His head.
And I think there's some extensions in there too. But
I believe so.
But if you're trying to hide it, I got you. You don't want to let go yet. I understand that. But I'm talking to you people that sport this damn thing and get the little horseshoe trimmed up weekly. You just put a razor on it, let it go.
Yeah, it might be about time to let it go.
No.
If you 35 and your hairline makes you look like you 65,
no.
Yeah, you might need to put that Bic, Gillette. And by the way, this is not a plug to those companies.
No, it's not.
But
it's
not. They work pretty good on bald heads, as Big Brody would say.
Now, if they do want to be a sponsorship and just send me free stuff, then I'm all right with that. But this is not a plug for them.
Yeah.
But see, it's not even the 35, 40-year-olds. Stuff like this has started happening to people at younger ages. If you're 22 and it's starting to run on you, better yet, I think let's just get it out there. Everybody talks about it. I might as well. I'm late. people like, I don't, let's see who, LeBron, let it go.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll just, if you know
LeBron has been fighting a good fight with that hairline, man, for years now, and the hairline is winning. The scorecard would probably read, I don't know, hairline 40 to 30 maybe.
So
yeah,
you're making it a little bit closer than I would have made it.
Oh yeah. Because it came back when he got off the steroids a little bit.
No, your hairline don't come back. Not naturally. I mean, if it does, I mean, but look, I can't even lie. If I was in LeBron's camp and let's say I was cutting his hair, I don't think I'm going to tell him, nah, bro, it looks good. I don't know what they're talking about. Just brush it forward.
No. You know they're charging a good $200 a haircut.
$200 a haircut. Hell, LeBron probably flying him out everywhere. He probably just rides with LeBron. Cuts the crew.
That's very true.
Let me ask you this. How many people in the crew do you think are rocking the bald head and just wish they tell LeBron he needs to do it too? But they want to keep their job.
See, that's why you got to have good friends around like you and I, man. We'll tell you if you need to cut that shit off.
No, we won't tell you. We will dog you until you cut it off.
That's very true. I can't even lie, man. I'm an a-hole when it comes to that. Yeah.
But you would rather your friends dog you. You'd rather your friends dog you and then somebody else. But I don't see a problem with the bald head. I like it. On me.
I like the bald head. The ladies likes the bald head.
Well, I mean, I don't. I think my wife's all right with it. I mean, right now, I'm at a point where she ain't got no choice but to be all right with it. That's the only thing I can rock.
That is very true. My wife, she had to be okay. Well, at the time I cut it, it was, almost there. I was starting to get LeBron-ish, but, I beat the hairline to the punch. So I went on ahead and knocked it off, and she just got to deal with it. Now she rubs it, and believe me, my friend,
she rubs it and she loves it.
Rubs from your lady on your bald head. It is an awesome thing.
Now let me ask you this:
an awesome thing.
Did you decide to rock the bald head? Was this after the Michael Vick charges or before the Michael Vick charges?
This was after the Michael Vick charges.
So Michael Vick made you want to cut your hair. You didn't want to roll around looking like Vick no more because you resembled Vick.
Well,
not
very
not
true.
just because you was black and brave.
I need to cut my hair if I want things to change, right?
No, he just told Kaepernick that. He didn't tell you that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But he might as well have been saying that to every black man in America with an afro. Yeah. Yeah,
now of course I don't read articles. I just read headlines and the headline could be lying, but I read a headline that said, since Mike decided he's going to tell Colin something stupid, his wife has banned him from having any sex anytime soon. So,
Mike.
I mean,
not really, not Mike.
I mean,
he can buy some ass if he wants to,
Do you think? Now, I think Mike is a little bit smart. You think Mike gonna do anything that's gonna get him in any trouble like that? Mike's not OJ now.
That's very true. And for Mike to say that to Kaepernick, I mean, Kaepernick didn't, fuck no dogs up. So, there's a whole nother different type of ball game there, in my opinion. But I think Mike was just talking to be talking. He don't look like the smartest tool in the shed. So, yeah.
Well, now this is interesting. It's somebody brought up the point. Not too long after Mike said this, Mike ended up. I have to look up where Mike ended up. He's on a coaching staff somewhere.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Yeah, is that where it's at? Not coincidence?
No, not a coincidence at all, my friend. I'm pretty sure, most black folks, this is what they would call it. They said Michael Vick was cooning for Mr. Charlie. So, when you coon for Mr. Charlie throw you trinkets and stuff like that. And they said Ray Lewis does the same thing. And, Ray Lewis is doing pretty good for himself out there in these streets. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just a bald head guy from Mississippi in Indiana, of all places.
Let's see that. All right, this confuses me. Maybe you can help me out. Because growing up, I couldn't understand why there were so many people from like Chicago in places like Holly Springs and Byhalia. And you flip-flop from Byhalia to where you at now? Which part of Indiana? I only know of Indianapolis.
Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, it's like the second largest city in Indiana, which ain't saying nothing.
I mean,
actually, but
it's just like saying Holly Springs is the biggest thing in Marshall County. I mean, what's it going up against?
That's very true. That's very true. But I think a lot of people move from Chicago down south. Either there's probably three things: child support. The second thing would be they running from the law, or they got tied up in a gang or something. Those are the three things I think people run from Chicago. Although there really ain't shit in Chicago but depth and despair and minimal hope. But there are plenty of liquor stores and churches around the way. So if you want to get drunk and praise Jesus, go to Chicago, people. That's where you want to go.
Well, with all the churches and the liquor stores, shouldn't hopes be high in Chicago?
Yeah, no, because sometimes alcohol is a down. So you go, you get your drink on, then you go to church. You feel fucking bad for drinking all day. You at church,
and then you go to church and they make you feel worse. You go to church and they're like you're damn drunk. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they say it like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the preacher don't say it that way. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that I'm not gonna say in Chicago, but you telling me in Mississippi, Alabama, them areas, a preacher will not tell you, you damn drunk fool, get the hell out.
Oh no! Especially if you got some tithe money. You come in there with your tithe money. Come on up here, brother Reggie. I see you. You are struggling, and we are here for you. And, they would probably have you up front and ask for a donation on your behalf that you may not get or you may get. Who knows? Sometimes the pastor needs some new tires for his Cadillac. Who knows? Or maybe he just needs a new Cadillac. So, at the end of the day, when the pastor get his cut, then, everybody else get their cut.
Now,
that's how it works.
Why didn't we open the church when we were coming up? I think we could have done.
That's a damn good question.
I think we could have done really well. I mean, compared to what I'm seeing, I think we could have done damn well.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, all you got to do is be able to lie. I'm very good at that. You can be what's the word? I can't even think of the word. I'm drawing a blank here.
Persuasive.
But, you just got to be very good with the people. We're all good with that. Me, you. We could have swindled Russ. I think we could have swindled him.
I think so. But, look, if you look,
he's a good guy out of the group, though. We just made him like the youth
he's
pastor
the face.
or something. He wouldn't know all the dirty dealings we be doing.
He's the face that brings him in. And then when they're like, "Oh, yeah. Reggie's lying to me. He's taking this," Russ would be like, "Nah, he's not. He's a good guy." But if you take all the look at the talents we had. Now, one we had Nate. Nate knew the ins and outs of the business. Nate could have really helped run this. And then if we put Russ and Mikey as the face, man, we had everybody showing up.
Everybody.
Right. And then of course,
look at that, man. We had, white guys as the face. We got a little diversity with me there. You know what I mean? I could have brought in black.
That's when we flip it up.
Black congregation. That would have been awesome.
Right. See, I would usher. I mean, you could have brought in some black people, and then, of course, with everybody saying Russ and Mike, we get the white people. And then when the white people sit down and they see a big black man standing up there preaching, they're not going to leave because then they're automatically afraid.
That's very true. That's very true. Now, we could have had Kenzie hold the doors and take up the collection plate.
Yeah, and Kenzie wouldn't ask nicely either. You had no choice once you sat down.
That's very true. He's very tall and intimidating, so that would have worked out very well.
And the thing is,
this sounds real good as we talk about it.
Right, look, he'll intimidate you while smiling at you all at the same time.
Yeah.
So you really have no idea. All right. Now, I brought you in to do this. I don't know how the hell I come up with the great name of Life Lessons Now with Mary Reggie. I'm going to forget that tomorrow. But I was sitting